Okay, my friends, we're back. As you can see, I've made all of the letters. Down here, this is simple. You just use the lettering tool and you add the letters in red, okay? Otherwise, I've copied all of the letters with a Bezier tool and with the tricks that I just showed you. So we have all of our letters. Now, let's choose them, mark them, and group them. I'm going to hit Control G, and now we're going to get them out of the way because we want a clean canvas again. Okay, so they're out of the way. Go to our All view. They're out of the way, but they're grouped. So all we have to do is move it back later. Okay, let's go to our page. Now I want to make those gray circles. So we'll choose the circle tool, and we will hit the Control key to make a perfect circle. Let me get the view out. So Control, click and drag. Okay. Now I'm going to take the fill out of it. Okay. So let's go to the object and grab it, and let's move it down. You can see that the radius isn't quite right. So Control, drag. Get the radius right. That looks just about right. It's too light though. Now this is a stroke, not a fill. Okay, get rid of that fill. So we have to move our stroke that way. Now I'm going to show you a trick. Use your eyedropper and choose this gray. You've just filled it, okay? Let's try a little bit lighter gray. Okay, I want that gray in my stroke. So what we do is we go down over here and we copy the RGBA. Wait a minute, in the fill. This is the fill, right? So Control C. Now we're going to go to our stroke and we're going to put the exact same thing in there. Control V. Boom, you see that? Now we have the exact same color as she does. Now let's get rid of that fill again. There we go. Now simply take your grabber tool and either Control D or Control C. In this case I'm going to duplicate. Control D. There's one right on top of it now. Now hitting the Control key, we're going to scale it until we get that radius just right. Oh, got lucky this time. Now do it again. Control D and scale it. Control drag. This circle I want to be full. So we hit that fill again right there. It didn't take over the same color we wanted. Well, let's go grab it again from this circle. There we go. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is zoom out a bit with the minus key on your keyboard. Get your grabber tool, mark them all, and center them perfectly. Selection right here. 1, 2. Now they're perfectly centered. Okay, we're going to do that with the rest now, up here. And then we're going to make those. So these things are really easy to make. And actually, I'm going to just copy this stuff right here. So Control C, okay? Copy that whole group of things. Now I'm going to put them up here. Control V. There we go. Let's see, we'll have to scale it a bit. They're all marked, so let's just scale it a bit. Control drag. Yeah, if you don't control drag, you can do this kind of stuff. Let's go back. Does that look about right? That looks just about right, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to keep it like that. Let's move in on it. That doesn't look exactly right. But for the sake of brevity, I'm going to leave it like that. Go back to our page view. Now all we have to do is the easy part. This one stick, whatever it is, we'll make a square. There we go. Hit your grabber tool. Hit the square, rotate it, big deal. And now we will scale it So tap it again. Control C. No, just Control. Drag. Okay. There we go. We need to rotate it again. Tap, tap, rotate. That's all there is to it. Okay. Control C, Control C, and now I'm going to put it up here. Zoom out a bit. Control V. Rotate it. And now I'm not going to hit Control. I'm just going to lengthen it like this, like that. And maybe a little bit like that. Okay. Rotate it a bit. It needs to be a little bit thinner. Like that. Okay, rotate it. Yeah. As you can see, I've got a parallelogram going here. So what we're going to do is F2 and fix that. Okay, let's make the little curves here, shall we? So we just get our Bezier tool, click, click, enter. Let's zoom in on that. Using F2, we make a curve, just about like that. Let's zoom out a bit. Yeah, another way to do this is to mark them, and you see how they should be symmetrical, about like that. Now, let's get that fill, the stroke. We already copied the stroke once, the color. Let's do it again. Nope. Alright, let's make it gray. Darker gray. Stroke up. Way too much. Alright, now we have this really handy button right here with the end caps. There we go. Almost perfect. You got to mess around with this a bit. And yeah. Okay, let's go get that color again. I want this exact color. I want this exact color. So we use the eyedropper and hit the eyedropper. That was that fill there. We copy it. We go now to the stroke of this thing and we put that in there. Copy paste. There we go. Now that it's the exact same color as the others. And now all we do is duplicate it. So let's zoom out a bit. Zoom out a bit. We need 3 more. So we'll mark it and Control 1, 2, 3 D's. Control D, Control D, Control D. And now all we have to do is turn them around. There we go. That one, these ones seem a little bit too big, don't they? Yeah, those are too big. Those ones are fine. Those ones are too big. But we'll leave it like that for now. Alright, my friends. As you can see, we have copied all of the important stuff. And now we get to the good part, the bird in the brooch, or whatever it is. Let's take our things over here, and you see how they're in the bottom now? Let's move them to the top. There we go. Okay? So there's just 2 more things to do. The bird and the brooch, and the black background. Okay. So, now it gets interesting. Let's get to that bird and the brooch. What we're going to do here is unmark everything. Let's zoom in on them. And we start with a circle. And we hit Control. Okay. Put it right there. Get to the page view. It's obviously not the right color, is it? Let's color it with this one right here, the quick one right there. Okay? So this is the fill is this color. I'm going to copy and paste that. Control C. Now I'm going to put it in the stroke. Control V. Okay, now maybe a tiny bit bigger. Now I'm going to take out the fill. Yeah, we have to get that radius right. Let's get that radius right, and let's pump the stroke up just a little bit. And now we're going to make the computer work for us. There's this awesome filter right here called glowing metal in the bevels. Glowing metal. Ah, it's a little bit too much, isn't it? I'm going to leave it like that for now. You can do a lot of things with filters. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to show you every filter. Let's go back and use a different filter like bloom. You see, that one's another one, but it makes it a little bit too dark for my liking. Let's go back again. Use another filter called button. It's too dark. Okay, in this case, I like the glowing metal. Alright? Now you can play around a lot with your filter. You hit the filter editor. We have glowing metal. Look it, you can turn it on and off just like that. And you can edit this filter to make things look just a little bit more exact. Now, I'm not going to do all of that right now. I'm just going to use the defaults in Inkscape so that we can get this finished. So let's go back. I just wanted to show you how you can use the filter editor to make this look exactly like the book. Okay, now the bird is going to be hard. So what I did was I made my own drawing of the bird and then I scanned it in. Let's go get that.